This should not be a very long video, but thanks to those joining me live and to those that be joining me on archive. This is my birthday weekend, so I might go live tomorrow, but I'm not planning anything tomorrow. Okay, I probably won't, probably will. I don't know. Okay, tomorrow. So just putting that out there. Um, just wanted to show off the merch, just to do it. You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm talking about. And and remember to always keep it boxing. You know what I mean? DJ, what's going on? DJ, what's going on? The Dragon turns 36 years old at midnight. I'm 35 years old for a couple more hours, so the same. All right. I'm almost there. I'm almost at the 40, man. I'm closer to 40 than 30 officially. That's crazy. Man. I guess that's been true since I turned 35, but still. Okay. So I'm not planning anything tomorrow. What we will be doing, right, is we will have. I know I'm turning this into a state of the D-Style Boxing channel, address or something, but what we will be doing, you know what I mean? I just want to take this opportunity and let everybody know what we will be doing this week. And I say we because there's a team here, man. There's people that come, take the time, come to my channel and chop up some boxing. So let me get this out. There we go. Boom, 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 pow, pow. All right. We got a little bit of a comic book theme this week. All right. So what we will be doing, you guys are gonna get two shows in one on Tuesday. All right. That's right. You will be getting Aftermath. We'll be talking about all the weekend, or the big like Kawanaki, Hellenius. I'm gonna touch on that a little bit right now, but we're gonna talk about that. What's next? You know what I mean? The heavyweight division. Some of the fights that happened, the Jefes Jabba fight, all that. We're going to talk about all that. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. So we're going to have that Aftermath show, talk about the weekend, and we're going to go straight to a puncher's chance and see what type of topics we could talk about with you guys. Ashley is in Jamaica. Ashley will not be here this week. So that's that. I know Blood had said he'd like to come on with me and Ashley when I asked him to come on, but Ashley won't be here, so I like Blood to come on maybe next week or the week after, so we could do Punch Chance with Ashley Knuckles and Blood Boxing. All right, go old school with that shit. You know what I'm saying? The Tuesday show should be fire, absolutely, and of course, who's down with HCP? All right, everybody, and make sure you tune in on Wednesday, man. We're gonna have a great show on Wednesday for you guys. It's me and G Funk as always, right? But we're gonna have Dave the Winner from Leaving the Ring, aka 97 Rough. You know what I mean? So for those that don't remember, or that are new to YouTube, 97 Rough was one of the OGs, man. That was here on YouTube. Talking boxing years ago. You know what I mean? So. We'll have him on here. I kind of want to talk to him and stuff, and also, just chop up some boxing, man. There's nothing crazy about it. Just talk some boxing. That'll be Hispanics Causing Panic. So make sure you guys tune into that on Wednesday. That's going to be a great show. All right? Trap House Boxing, what's going on? Trap House, if you're available on Tuesday, you can email me. You know what I mean? We'll get you on a show. So it's two shows in one. So if there's one thing we got, it's time. If there's one thing we have, it's time. And of course, Boxing Conversations will be on Thursday as well. With all that said, pardon me as I'm done with my cheap promotion now. But look at that. I still have the Boxing Conversations background, but nonetheless, all right. No, we got that out of the way. couple things, man. I want to talk about the heavyweight division and what the heavyweight division is all about. All right. A lot of people started watching boxing around the time Mayweather blew up. And like, I'm talking about YouTube boxing fans. You know what I mean? When Mayweather blew up and welterweight was around, all that. Look, welterweight is still my favorite division. But believe me, I have a true respect for heavyweights. And it's because of this, man. Right? Anything can happen in a heavyweight fight. Anything. All right? I mean, I am telling you. When they say Muhammad Ali, man, he never got knocked out, man. That's impressive. It is. Okay? It is. I hear Trap House, all right? It is impressive. See, he fought in the heavyweight division, bro. And it wasn't, like, it could have easily have happened. And Muhammad Ali's lost focus for 1 second. Somebody clocked him, and knocked him out. That was totally possible, but it didn't happen. Didn't happen. One, of course, he had a granite chin. But two, it was beyond that. A lot of dudes with granite chins get knocked out eventually. At the end of the day, anything can happen in heavyweight. Stop being shocked when something happens in heavyweight division. You'll be surprised, but don't be shocked. Anyone can get clipped with some that throws them off, and the whole trajectory of the fight changes, whether it's because they knocked them out or whether because their equilibrium is off, whatever it is. Anything can happen in the heavyweight division. Anything. Anything can happen. What? Yes. Now, granted, somebody will say, well, Batista, you could say that about any division. That is true. I mean, it is still men throwing punches. However, it's far more likely in the heavyweight division to land a big haymaker and win in upset fashion, okay, than it is at flyweight. You know? Not saying it's not possible at flyweight, but it's far more likely to happen at heavyweight. These are some big-ass dudes. Everyone can hit at heavyweight, unless you're Eddie Chambers. Other than that, you get hit. But a man that's over 200 punches, 200 pounds, I'm sorry, that is trained to punch can't hurt anybody. Period. Oh, what do you mean? Batista, Tyson Fury, he got dropped by Cunningham. Look, is Tyson Fury a lot bigger than Cunningham? Yes. Is Cunningham a little dude? No. That's still a grown-ass man that I believe was a right hand, but he landed a big, punch, a big right hand that hit right in the money, right in the sweet spot, and almost knocked out Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury has fought guys that you could say hit a lot harder than Cunningham, but this is the heavyweight division. It's my birthday, absolutely, Trap House. What's going on to leave it in the ring on here? We'll have him on. We'll have Dave on, a.k.a. 97 Rough. We'll have him on Wednesday. I have a lot I want to ask him, actually, but we're going to have him on Wednesday. Kenneth Johnson, what's going on? Teresa D, AJ10, Made Even Mark. Yes, it's my birthday, absolutely. It's my party, and I'll cry if I want to. All right? But there's no crying in boxing, so I'm fucked. You know what I mean? But look, a lot of people are using terms like Kawanaki. If I'm mispronouncing that, I'm sorry. There's always some asshole that goes, you're not pronouncing that right. A lot of you motherfuckers don't pronounce Spanish terms right. Okay? You don't hear me going on every video. All right? It's Kawanaki. I don't give a fuck. So Kawanaki got exposed. Kawanaki this, Kawanaki. Like, one L, that's it. The guy's done. Forget about him. Of course he lost. Of course he has to go back to the drawing board. But who's to say he doesn't come back in the rematch, tweaks a couple of things? He was landing big punches on. I mean, he had him blooded up and everything, on Hellenius. It's not impossible to think that he can't win that fight in a rematch. And as a boxing fan, I actually want to see that rematch. That was an exciting fight. And he could come back and learn from the mistakes he made, come back, beat Hellenius. He's a better fighter because of it. You know, when you really think about it, we're coming off this era of obsession with Yo, and I could tell with a lot of you, I could tell. You have this obsession with the blueprint to beat somebody and all this other nonsense. What's going on, Chicano Prophet? I appreciate it, and I appreciate the support. I appreciate everybody that comes through and supports the channel. All right? Keeps it running. That's how we have shirts coming. Look at this. All right? When Canelo loses, at some point, I'm going to send this to Chicano so he could wear it or something. Just saying. So, I want you guys to think about two scenarios, right? Let's say Kawanaki went into the ring just the way he was, and he caught Hellenius with a big shot in the first round, wobbled Hellenius, and happened to knock him out. If one of his punches landed a little sweeter, knocked the guy out, he wins by first round knockout. All right, Kawanaki, he moves on, right? Who's to say Kawanaki doesn't think, hey, what I'm doing works? I'm the shit right now. I stopped Hellenius in the first round. Who's next, right? I want to get closer to the title shot. Right? Who's to say that's not a thing? In this scenario, Kawanaki showed up, had a pretty decent first round, I would say. And it looked like from watching the first round that he might win this fight. Although Hellenius was getting some licks in himself. Second round, it was a little, and then we all know what happened. Right? But the fact that he went in, the fact that he lost, right? The fact that happened, he went in, he lost the fight. The fact that happened, he can go back, right? He has to tell himself, man, obviously the preparation I made didn't work, right? Obviously, there's this whole, I'm going to grit my teeth and just take your best shot. As Mr. Boxing Today said, the full blunt force of your shots and then come back and hit you with some of my own. Right? The fact that he did, maybe now we could reflect and say, maybe that's not a good idea. Because sometimes the guys with the best chins are willing to take more shots here, and that's not always the best thing. The best chin is the one that doesn't get hit. But if you do have a great chin, that should be your last resort. You shouldn't be putting it out there. And maybe now Kawanaki could become a better fighter because of this. All right? He could become a better fighter because of it. Losing is not a blueprint. Guys, I know you've been told, oh, there's no blueprint to beat me in. That's not what losing is. Okay? Losing is you lost because there's certain flaws. Sometimes it's because one guy is just flat out better than you. Sometimes you just didn't have the right game plan. But people could change their game plan. They could improve things. If there's a leak in the plumbing, they could fix the leak. All right? Whatever it is. What's up, Trigger Happy? How's it going? I appreciate the happy birthdays. Milton says, remember your last year on your birthday. Keep doing your thing. I did a video on my birthday last year. Wow. It's crazy. Milan says, remember your last video on your birthday. Keep doing your thing. All right. Marcus Johnson, what's going on? Make sure you guys throw a jab at the like button, by the way. Make sure you do that. Now, Kawanaki Hellenius is a microcosm, okay, of the big macro picture, right? So that's just one anecdotal example, but we do have a situation right now where, people just, like, they're shocked when dudes are losing and they're questioning the fighter after they take an L and they just can't believe what they just saw. And it's normal for fighters to lose, all right? Like, so this obsession with Yo has got to go, right? It's like, I'm just telling you. Sometimes a fighter losing is the best thing that can happen to them. if their attitude is right, if they go back and they fix those flaws. You know what I mean? So at the and you know, Kawanaki obviously has a lot that I believe he should work on. He does get hit a little too much. He does, you know, like I said, he takes too many flush shots, and this is a wrong division to be taking so many flush shots. And he's landing some himself. But look, I'm the one that told you guys, put money on Areola. All right, I put money. Okay, my cousins, one of my cousins came to me, dude, put $300 in Areola after we watched some Kawanaki highlights. People say we're crazy. First of all, it was 11-1. Right? When that money was put. And when you look at that, and people say, what do you mean? Areola's washed up. He's no longer in his prime. Dude, Kawanaki gets hit too much. Now, granted, Kawanaki won that fight, but it was a back and forth brawl for a while. Like Areola was landing clean punches. Who's to say if one of those landed a little sweeter? Okay, he stuns Kawanaki. He couldn't stop him the way Helenius did. If anything, Areola caught him maybe 2-3 years too late. I had reservations whether or not he would lose this fight. Right? She loved it. She said, happy birthday, Lisa. I always appreciate the content. Much appreciated. Keep supporting the channel. All right? Stormy B, man, what's going on? I listened to your interview with Blood Boxing earlier while I was driving. Good work. Stormy B, man, will be joining us, G-Funk, as well on Tuesday. So make sure you guys tune in. G-Funk 84, I thought you would be drunk by now. Nah, it ain't my birthday yet. Okay? All right, it ain't my birthday yet. I appreciate that very much, man. And I agree, Trap House. I never look at losses as L's. I always look at them as learning lessons. Now, of course, if a guy loses and he doesn't do anything about his loss, right? If a guy loses and says, like if Kawanaki says, oh, man, I got hit. Like, I'm not going to change some stuff up to make it harder to hit me. I'm not going to work on moving my head movement or something. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get one of those, things you put in your head. What do you call them? I forgot the name for them. With a weight. And I'm going to work. I'm going to do those, those chin-ups and shit. I'm going to work on my chin. I'm going to work on my chin. You know what I mean? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure I can take the punches even harder. Obviously, I don't think that's what he's going to do, but if that's the attitude, then, that's probably not going to work out for him. All right. Do I think Kawanaki has the ability to learn a couple things and work on his head movement a little bit and, maybe pick his spots a little more? He's never going to be like, James Toney in there. You know what I mean? But he could work on a couple things. He could get better on a couple things. You know what I mean? So if you could come out and you could improve, that's always a plus. Okay. Happy birthday to the first half of the Hispanic cause and panic. Keep it boxing. I appreciate that. Stormy B-Man. You guys coming out showing support. I appreciate it. Christian NWO, if you go 0-1, you're a loser. If you go 0-12, at least you tried. All right. Dude, it's like this, man. All right. Sometimes it's what you do with those losses that matter. Okay. Ray Mancini lost to Arguello. Do I think Ray Mancini was ever capable of being Arguello? Probably not. But he still learned a lot from that loss. All right. He learned from it. You could learn from L's. Right. They could become lessons. It's possible. There's no such thing. Like, I think people dumb down losses in boxing. It's the way it is. Say, happy birthday, D Estilo. It was my birthday yesterday, a foul player. Happy birthday to you, bro. Belated birthday, but nonetheless, happy birthday to you. Wawa says, salute to heavyweight boxing, best division in boxing. Happy birthday, D-Style. Hashtag Bomb Squad. Keep supporting your fighter, man. Absolutely. I like Wilder, man. I think Wilder has a shot, man. I think I'm giving him a shot in the third fight. I know a lot of people are writing him off. I'm giving him a shot. All right. It's heavyweight boxing, guys. And Wilder always has a puncher's chance, no matter what. Okay. But I think with the right game plan, he could come in and do his thing. AJ10, I appreciate that. Happy birthday, D-Style. Great content as always. I appreciate that very much. All right. That's the residential fact checker of D-Style Boxing Live. Okay. How many likes do I got, by the way? Let me check these likes. See, I can check these likes. Now, if Chop House Boxing can stay awake, maybe he'll join us for at least the first hour or something, you know what I mean? On Tuesday. Well, we will see. So I just wanted to kind of put that message out there that a lot of these guys, you know, they take L's, but a lot of these fighters, they learn from it, they come back, and they're stronger than ever. You know what I mean? They're not the same guy they were when they first lost. It's important to note that. All right, now, with that said, all right, a couple of things that I want to address. And certainly, man, it says a puncher's chance. Absolutely. A puncher's chance. And we'll be on tomorrow for a puncher's chance. What I'm talking about? Tuesday for a puncher's chance. All right? Saying. Just saying. I know I was going to, like, there was something else that I was going to say. But, so here's what I think is happening with heavyweight boxing, okay? A lot of fans started watching boxing, like, and again, I'm not throwing shade at people. We need new fans. Like, you know what I mean? We need new, like, I think as boxing fans, we need to stop being elitist to a certain degree and welcome new fans here. Doesn't mean, you know, can't let the young punks just come here and tell us how it is. But, you know, we can't just allow that, you know, but, you know, at the end of the day, we need to be a little more accepting, you know, and, you know, stop. People could learn. They could learn the sport and stuff like that. We need new fans. So I'm not throwing shit at new fans. But a lot of new fans, man, came in the Mayweather era, right? They're obsessed with the O. And they also don't have any, like, you know, process of how the heavyweight division works. A lot of people didn't even watch it. You know what I mean? So when they watch a heavyweight fight, they don't quite understand why there's not as much action. These are big dudes, bro. Like fee, fi, fo, fum, big. All right? What these style? They're big. They're not gonna throw. You're watching the wrong division if you want to see like 100 punches around and like you know what I mean. It's not the division for that. All right? It's not. One punch can end it all, literally. Whether it's the start of the beginning of the end or the end. Fiend. Okay? All right? This is fee, fi, fo, fum division, bro. So, you know, you need to understand, all right, you know, that P-Money, happy birthday to you, bro. Absolutely. That's what we call you, Trap House Boxing Show. The first 15 minutes with Trap House. After that, you're on your own because he's going, baby, I gotcha. Yeah, we'll let you on for the first, like, we'll let you talk for the first 15 minutes, Trap House. And once you go to sleep, like, me and Stormy will take over. G-Funk. You know what I mean? Well, we got it. But anyway, yours in failure, I appreciate that very much. Trap Out says, I think Wilder gets Fury. We probably might be in a fourth fight down the line. Holy shit. Man. It's happened before, so why not? If he stops Fury, it is possible that we get a fourth fight. No, but it's possible. Okay. But anyway, like people watch heavyweight fights, bro, and it's like they don't understand that these guys are not going to be throwing as many punches. All right. Like, it's not a thing. Okay. Chief Funk says we need to on our show with the Undertaker theme playing because we buried a Canelo fanboy. Oh man, I'm gonna get a clip of that and post it on my channel, guys. But if you haven't checked it out, check out Chief Funk's video. Okay, all right. Make sure you check that out. I'm just saying. Okay, but for those that just came in, and make sure you get your D Style boxing T-shirt. All right. Well, it's not out yet, but I'll have them out at some point. Okay, you guys can get it and stuff. You can make sure you keep it. You know what I'm saying? Check it out. I want to get an HCP T-shirt too. You know what I mean? I have to get that. Yeah, I'm saying. I know you guys are down with HCP, right? But anyway, I will tell you guys that I see Fox making a concerted effort to really push the heavyweight division, and you're seeing a lot of people, get in tune with it now. You know what I mean? Heavyweight boxing really is, in a way, like its own sport. It's just the strategy is different for the most part. Okay, not completely, of course. It's still boxing at the end of the day, but like the risk you can take, or more calculated. It's the punches are much harder. But they're not as active. But that's what you need to understand. And I'm glad to see more people are kind of coming to that. I want to talk about this. Floyd Mayweather made a comment about, well, when was this? Right before his big announcement. Let me read some of his comment first. Old timers say there's only going to be 2 licks past me hitting you and you hitting the floor. Yeah. Pop, pop. All right. Is this kung fu humor? I'm not getting it. Like, am I way off right now? I don't know if it was kung fu humor. Like, is that what Trap House and Stormy are talking about? I don't know. It's all good. But maybe I got to watch more kung fu movies. I don't know. But that's it. Floyd, I think it was before the Showtime contract, came out and said something stupid. Okay. What's new, D-Style? Like, chill. He said that he personally killed the heavyweight division. That's what he said. Okay. He said, because of me, I forgot the exact quote. I don't know if AJ10, if you can find the quote, but so it's not verbatim, but he's something along the lines of, because of me, the heavyweight division, is no longer the thing, like because of me, people don't care about heavyweights no more. That's what he said. Now, granted, Mayweather De La Hoya fought in 2007, May of 2007. It was 2007, right? I'm pretty sure. And I think, wasn't like, what year did Tyson fight Lewis again? Like, I'm got my dates mixed up, I think. But that was the last big, major, heavyweight boxing event. You know what I mean? Floyd made it seem like the heavyweight division was popping. You know what I mean? Like, it was it. Like big dudes are knocking each other out, and everybody was into heavyweight boxing. And then he came along, and everybody literally went like this. Oh, what a knockout! Damn! See how he hit the deck? Man, it's a big heavyweight championship. Oh shit, it's Floyd! Floyd Mayweather. Forget these guys. You know what I mean? What? That's not what happened, bro. This is what happened with the heavyweight division, okay? One, it went through a kind of a valley after a major high. Lewis Tyson was 2002. Thank you, AJ10. All right? I don't know why I was thinking 04. I think that was probably Hopkins De La Hoya, 04. Okay? But, if you want to fact check that, you can fact check that. Okay? All right, Stormy B Man says Trap was always going in on me. My comment about the 2 licks was directed at you, talking about only taking 1 punch with the heavyweights. Well, you're gonna take another one on the deck. I got you. Whether it's the back of your head or whether it's the front of your nose, you're gonna take a hit. But I got you. Now, all right. I know some beef there because I was like, Trap House, like, oh, come on. Then I said, Stormy's going to be on. So if Trap House doesn't come on, now we know what, you know what I mean? I don't want to start beef. But in all seriousness, the reality is, all right, Mayweather didn't kill. I know there's a lot of, and the reason I bring this up, I think there's a couple of you out there somewhere, right, that think or believe that Mayweather killed off the heavyweight division. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he single-handedly stopped making people watch heavyweights, which is just not what happened. All right? That's not what happened. All right? The division was, there was not a lot of attention at the heavyweight division up until during the Klitschko era. I personally didn't have a problem with the Klitschkos. All right? Some people didn't like them. Right? If you want to complain about Vladimir, I completely understand. Right? I have a video talking about the dude held, like, I forgot what it was. My video's up, but how many times he held Povetkin? It was ridiculous. Right? And I compared it to other fights where people talk about a lot of holding, and it was like double. It was crazy. Right? But at the end of the day, heavyweight division has picked back up. All right. And it's not because Floyd's gone. You know what I mean? There's no correlation or connection there. Right? Heavyweight is just back. All right. The heavyweights killed the divisions, Christian NWO, because they wouldn't fight each other. I don't think the problem was that they wouldn't fight each other. I just think the spotlight was at heavyweight at times. People forget I was here. Klitschko, hey, it was a big fight. Right? That was a big fight. Right? You didn't feel like things they killed it because, I got you, right? The reality is that was a big opportunity for heavyweight to kick off. Unfortunately, David Haye is blamed that on his toe, and Vladimir Klitschko fought very conservatively, and it just wasn't a good look. Another fight that got a lot of attention was, like, they had multiple opportunities. Vladimir Klitschko and Bragimov. 11,000 people showed up at the Garden during a blizzard. Okay. Now, I don't know if Jim Lampley exaggerated the blizzard, but he made it sound like it was a full-blown blizzard, which I have like, how did they get there? But still, you know what I mean? That was a fight. I believe it was like the first unification fight for a while. And Bragimov was having a lot of exciting fights. And I thought he was going to bring it to Klitschko, but he didn't. If Bragimov had this shirt on, you would totally see what it said in the back. You would totally see it, don't it? It was crazy. Okay? So, like, there was nothing interesting going on in terms of aesthetically pleasing to watch. Now, granted, the Klitschkos they did better numbers on HBO than the majority of fighters out there. Right? Showtime would kill to have Klitschko numbers today. Right? Over 2 million viewers and all that. They would kill to have those numbers now. Right? So, there was still attention there in that aspect, but there was mostly hardcore fans. No one else was really watching it. And there was a lot of negative kind of feedback from that. Vitaly, I enjoyed watching more than Vladimir Klitschko. You know what I mean? But he kind of just didn't really do anything major. Klitschko versus Klitschko could have been a big fight. I hear you, Trap House, and I know you jab the like button too, right? ING talent in the heavyweight division was very top heavy, yes. It was absolutely nothing to do with Mayweather. Nothing. Says Stormy B Man. Klitschko. killed off the heavyweight era during his reign. He held the title, and his opponents should have been named Klitschko. But there was a lot of klitsching going on. No doubt about that. A lot of people did not like that about Klitschko fights. Emmanuel Stewart didn't like it. Emmanuel Stewart was yelling at Klitschko at the time to knock dude out already. Right? Guys, remember the Eddie Chambers fight? Klitschko was jabbing the shit out of Eddie Chambers. And he would go back to his corner. And Emmanuel Stewart was yelling at him. Get this guy out of here! Like, you know what I mean? Like, why is he still there? Like, I don't know. Because the finally knocked him out, 11th to 12th round. Shit was crazy. Just in the video, James Toney never got the match with the Bitchkos. I mean, look, a lot of people say the Klitschko stuck James Toney. I'm not one of those people. Okay. I'm just saying. But James Toney had his fights with St. Peter. He was not the same, after the second St. Peter fight. So I don't think he was the same after that fight. He took a lot of blunt force power shots in that fight, and St. Peter was a lot bigger, than in terms of frame and everything than James Toney, And James Toney from there, his speech was getting slurred. Like he just, he didn't belong in the ring anymore. I'm just being honest. And then he went to beg for a fight in the UFC. They gave him one. That didn't go very well for him, but he didn't belong in that cage either. I'm just saying. Stewart went in, absolutely. Would have been fun to see James Toney try. Now, I will say, I mean, there were some other people that he fought that were like Klitschko fought that I was like, so I guess he could have gave James Toney a shot. I don't know. You know what I mean? But, just saying. Amanda Stewart said to Lewis in the Tyson, he said the same thing to Lewis in the Tyson fight. Well, that one made a little sense though, because Tyson could punch. Like, why do you want to keep prolonging the fight? Get the guy out of there. You know what I mean? I think that was his thinking. James Toney was literally fat when he fought Peter. He was, and that second fight he took a beating, guys. Go back and watch that second fight. Not saying it wasn't competitive, but he was getting hit flush, right? And you could tell the difference in the first and second fight. He just wasn't the same guy, But James Toney, he did his thing at heavyweight, but he got where he got. You know what I mean? Toney was really fat when he fought Peter. Yeah, I hear you. All right. Lights Out never realized his own bulb was blown. Yeah, he didn't, Stormy. Amanda Stewart was screaming at Jermaine Taylor. Yeah. Jermaine and Emmanuel never meshed well. I don't think he got better when he got with Emmanuel. Wasn't it with John David Jackson when he fought Hopkins? I could be wrong about that, but I don't think he got better with Emmanuel at all. At all. Just didn't work out. You know what I mean? I don't know what it was, but Andy Ruiz, okay, because he did fight a Ruiz. He beat the shit out of John Ruiz. I think he popped dirty for some, though. I'm trying to remember, but Andy Ruiz, James Toney would have been a good fight. Like the James Toney that fought Evander Holyfield. That's a hell of a fight. Afro-Rican on here says, happy birthday, brother. I appreciate the support, man. Thank you very much, man. Yours and fellow Jermaine Taylor got arrested for shooting an assault rifle in public. That's the last time I heard of him. Wow. Man. Trap House says facts. James Toney was one hard-headed joker. Definitely one of my favorite fighters. Man, James Toney was a beast, man. He just, I just don't know if. I just think he fought too long. I think he fought too long. Let's see here. But he was definitely hard headed, though. No doubt about that. Right? No doubt about that, guys. So we'll be having this show, man. We're in the show on Tuesday. Make sure you guys check that out, right? Make sure you do that, and make sure you check out, Wednesday's show as well, and all that. One last thing I wanted to talk about. One last thing. In fact, let me do this. Let me do this really quick before you guys go. Hold on. Stay put. Don't go anywhere. Hold on. All right. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me that one more like, man. One more for 30. Come on. Give me that like. All right. But if you guys go to my community page, it's there, but I'm going to post the link anyway. All right. So give me a second. I want you guys to go check out this interview. All right. How can I get the link? Hold on. Give me a second. Here it is. All right. It's a Buddy McGirt interview, right? On Leave It in the Rings channel, right? I want you guys to check it out. The link is in the chat, right? It's there. I'm going to post the link. I'm going to make sure to post it. The link is there, all right? Oh, by the way, yesterday I went to my uncle's funeral, and I don't know what people are going to think about, but Mexican culture, I'm not saying we're partying hard, but went to my aunt's house. They had some drinks, and the coronavirus is in full effect. I mean, the coronas were in full effect. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? Like, I saw President Trump come out and said we contained the coronavirus, and we're like, well, what the fuck he's talking about? We're just drinking the shit. We were just pounding the coronavirus. Just saying. All right. We already know the cure. Mexicans have been knowing the cure to the coronavirus, bro. All right. We already know the cure. Right. Get some nice menudo in the morning. Right. Just saying. A 7-Up. You know what I mean? We already know, bro. We already know the cure. Okay. Some frijoles de la olla and shit. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. So, Cedric Sports Training, I appreciate that. Reef the Watcher on here. Happy birthday. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. All right. You guys showing a lot of love and support, man. I might stay a little longer. Okay. I'll go on for 10 minutes, and you guys came and showed support. So here I am. Check it out, if I may. So Buddy McGirt came out. Look, this is Buddy McGirt. This is his words. Okay. I don't want anybody to attack me for what he said. Right. But the link is right there. But make sure you share it, man. All right. Una spray. Absolutely. Joe Lopez 4 downs. Absolutely. Sol is an underrated. I like Sol better than Corona, actually. Okay. Vicks Vapor Rub. Cheap Funky. Absolutely. Dude, we ain't sweating the coronavirus, bro. All right. But anyway, people out here acting stupid about that, but I don't know. I'm just saying. But like this, I don't know, man. Like people are acting stupid. Like I'm just saying. Okay. Look, Buddy McGirt did an interview, right? Buddy McGirt, and there's a link. Okay. Make sure you share the link. Share it on social media. Leave It in the Ring. And Buddy McGirt says that he said a couple things. He said that to him, Wilder looked off. He didn't look right. He said even in the second round, something didn't look right. All right. This is a trainer's eye, by the way. Right? So you could take it with a grain of salt, but that's a pretty big drain. I mean, I'm just saying. That's not just a little bit of salt. That's like one of my aunts sent her food salt. Like, okay, that's my aunt, bro. I swear to God, she'd be like, Anyway, um, she moves the food, and then so you could take it with that much salt if you want. Not quite a grain of salt, but anyway, he did mention that he didn't look right, and he also mentioned that and I just want to know what people think about this. You know what I mean? I want to know what you guys kind of believe and how you kind of interpret this. But you know, he said Wilder doesn't need a trainer, a former fighter as well. Absolutely, Trap House. That's a good point. Not just a trainer's eye, a fighter's eye. Okay, so he said Wilder didn't look right. Now you could call it confirmation bias. You can. Guilty. Okay, I'm fucking guilty of it. I could admit I'm guilty of it though. It's total confirmation bias. I said the same thing. Wilder didn't look right. It just didn't look right. Okay? So that's one thing to keep in mind. And I want you guys to listen to that interview also. And I want to know what people kind of think about this. You catch their full show on their YouTube channel, or you can go to go to the Twitter handle. Okay, leave it in the ring, and you guys can find it there. If they have the rest of the interview, but on the segment that they put on, Buddy McGirt says, "Hey, Wilder doesn't need a trainer; he needs a teacher." Now, I could take that a lot of ways. Some people might take that the wrong way, right? Fuck you. What do you mean? You can do whatever you want, but I'm just saying this is what Buddy McGirt says, and I'm interested to know what the community believes or kind of thinks and how they interpret that in terms of what Buddy McGirt means. I'll tell you what I believe he means. This is not what Buddy McGirt meant because I'm not Buddy McGirt. Okay. But I just think he feels like Wilder needs someone that like an authority figure that he respects in terms of the advice that's given to him. You know what I mean? Not somebody that's going to be a yes man and tells him everything he wants to hear. I don't know if Mark Brilliant's a yes man. I don't know. I'm not putting those accusations out there. I have no idea. Okay. But maybe Buddy McGirt feels that whether the yes man or not, I don't know, but he needs somebody. He needs a teacher is what he needs, So whether that's mentorship, whether that's an authority figure that he'll believe and believe in what they're saying, you know what I mean? And be open to switching some things up and be open to constructive criticism, right? And you hear trainers, you listen to teachers, says Trap House. Very well said. Okay. But it means Wilder needs to get a doctorate degree. Okay. I agree with Buddy McGirt, says AJ10. Wilder will be just fine, says Johnny Boxing. Maybe he will. But, I'm kind of glad. I don't know what's going to happen with George Foreman. I don't know if he's going to talk to him. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. But it's good to bring people in, listen to what they got to say. It's okay to, hire somebody as an associate of the team. That's fine. You know what I mean? Like, that's okay. But AJ10 says a trainer reinforces your strengths. A teacher advises you and gives you totally different perspective. All right. So that's what Buddy McGirt said. Wilder doesn't need a trainer. He needs a teacher. And he also said in the interview, Wilder didn't look right. Like something looked off. I think he even said, I looked at my wife or girlfriend and I said, something doesn't look right, And I gotta have to be honest. I know I wasn't here Like I was in here like doing a play-by-play, so I know I don't have the receipt. You know what I mean? But honest to God, guys, I said the same thing. Okay. So, just something to think about, when it comes to that. And I don't know if this means Buddy McGirt is putting his hat and wanting to be a trainer. I have no idea. Okay. But at the end of the day, he's just giving his perspective as a trainer, as Trap House said, as a fighter. Saying. Yours in failure says unpopular opinion, but I feel Fury found out how to beat Wilder, and I feel Fury will control and dictate the rematch. Look, when a way to beat you gets quote unquote exposed, right? What happens when someone fixes that? Like what happens? Now, granted, dude, you don't even know if you're just gonna go on a fucking coke binge and come even heavier in the next fight and not be as dedicated in the next fight. The guy is very inconsistent, right? I'm just saying. I don't think Fury's ever gone to a fight with in an immediate rematch. I don't think he's ever done that, ever. Okay, me personally, I thought Wilder was in trouble since round 2 of the Strap House. Well, look, I mean, and I can't be the only one that's like, when a guy like Buddy McGirt saying the same thing, kind of helps reinforce it a little bit. I can't be the only one, right? And it totally is confirmation bias, but I'm saying that's a hell of a confirmation. All right, that's a hell of a confirmation. That's not the priest giving you the confirmation. That's a freaking bishop, right? That's a cardinal. I hear you, Stormy. So when I look at that, I'm just like, so it's an interesting interview. You guys should check it out. That's totally Buddy McGirt's angle and view on things and what he said. You know what I'm saying? Wilder Power always gave him at least 25% chance of winning. Okay. You could say that. No matter what, yeah. Wilder kills Fury in the second round, says Christian in the view. Could happen. Could happen. Look, just because there's a crack in the armor doesn't mean they can't repair that armor. So it's going to be interesting, right? It really is. Adding new voice will benefit Wilder CG Funk 84. Could be. It could be. Look, they could keep the same team and still win the third fight. They can add somebody, to benefit Wilder. They could win the third fight. And anything can happen. They could lose no matter what. I don't know. Right now, I don't know. But I'm just telling you guys what Buddy McGirt said. It's an interview worth checking out. Okay? And all that. I know Leaving the Ring will have Manny Robles on. I believe it's Monday. You guys should, check up on that. So I look forward to kind of talking to Dave about that on Wednesday. I want to know what Manny Robles has to say about Andy Ruiz, because I want to finish the conversation about Andy Ruiz, man. Right? Andy Ruiz, right now, is like all over the place. Right? He says he wants to come back in August. Come on, bro. That's too long, dude. You got to jump back in there, bro. I want to, again, I can't tell the guy what to do and all that, but I just feel he should go back in there. Andy Ruiz has the capability of becoming a huge star, and he's at the cusp of it, but he has to show consistency. And the biggest obstacle he has is himself, I feel. I honestly feel that way. I feel like Andy Ruiz just is in the way of himself, And what it is, I don't know. I don't like, maybe it is just a bad habit of his. Maybe it's just, hey, he got $9 million and, he went crazy with it, but he needs to definitely, he needs to improve, you know, his attitude, because I'm telling you guys right now, I don't care what anybody says, an Andy Ruiz that's motivated, an Andy Ruiz that does everything he has to do in training, an Andy Ruiz that comes in shape, an Andy Ruiz that comes in motivated with a mission, is dangerous against anybody in the heavyweight division. Anybody. But he has to show that, right? There's no excuses if he doesn't come in shape and comes out of shape and all that. None. Ruiz and Filler says, Batista, who do you think would win between the best Wilder and the best Ruiz? I would favor Wilder. However, I wouldn't count Ruiz out in that fight. But I would favor Wilder. You know what I mean? So, the Wilder that fought Ruiz, I'm sorry, that fought Fury, the way he looked in that second round, I don't know. That's a toss-up to me. I don't know. All right, G-Funk. Okay. Chappell says, Mark Brilliant said in an interview before the rematch that Wilder does listen, but when he does he does thumbs up? What do you mean? When he does, he's good, you mean? All right. The worst thing that can reinforce bad habits, the attitude, is a temporary victory. Yeah, right. Now, is there any level of motivation that can motivate Ruiz than fulfilling his dream, becoming heavyweight champion of the world? I don't know. But he's already been to the mountaintop, I believe, in his mind. So what is there anything that can motivate him moving forward? I don't know, man, but I hope so. I think it's good for heavyweight boxing if he's one of the top fighters. A hungry Ruiz in the literal sense is dangerous. Absolutely. If I'm at the buffet line and there's one more piece of fried chicken there, like at the buffet line, and there's a thigh, whatever, of fried chicken in the buffet line, and the tonsils are right there, right? And I reach it, and then Andy Ruiz is reaching for them too, and I notice at the corner of my eye. I'm going to pretend I wasn't going to get that fried chicken. I'll get the green beans. Because we all know Andy Ruiz, when he's hungry, you don't fuck with this piece of chicken. I'm just telling you that right now. Anyway, I ain't going to do it. But in all seriousness, look, Andy Ruiz can do one or two things, man. This is why Andy Ruiz, honest, all bullshit aside, could become a big star. Okay. One, right? Andy Ruiz sand speed is elite level at the buffet. Absolutely. Well, by the way, Andy Ruiz doesn't discriminate, bro. It doesn't matter what type of food. But here's the deal. The reason Andy Ruiz could become a big star, right, is the same reason, like in professional wrestling, why the guys that don't look the part are like the big stars now. Okay? Like Andy Ruiz made people feel like, like, damn, it's this guy doesn't look the part, but look at what he's doing. Like, holy shit, look at the hand speed. He can still move. You know what I mean? A lot of, overweight people found motivated. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. And people can laugh and be like, oh, what? But I'm not just talking like fat, overweight people. I'm just talking people not in boxing shape, which is like 99% of people. Okay. Like all those people are super, not to say Andy's not in boxing shape when he is in shape, regardless of how he looks. That's not what I'm saying. Right. But a lot of people, he motivated a lot of people. You know what I mean? A lot of people started paying attention. Like, holy shit. Never judge a book by its cover. Duh. All right? Don't do it. There's people that literally thought this, like, there's people that don't watch boxing, bro. That they're not subscribed to Mr. Boxing Today, too, to tell them what's up in the heavyweight. Like, they don't know. They saw Andy Ruiz, or like, what the fuck is this? I know people that were like, what the fuck is this? Who is this guy? Why is Joshua going to fight this guy? Well, what's going on? You know what I mean? Dude comes out, pop, 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 pop. Whoa, it's a good fight. The first 2 rounds or something, oh, this is cute. Like, man, he put up a fight. This guy can box, but they didn't think he was going to win. Then it gets dropped, and all right, okay, the fun's over. The fat dude put up a fight, but he's going to end him. Bam, dropped him. Bam, dropped him again. Was attacking the body. Josh had like another good round in between that, and then stopped him in the 7th, did Ruiz. Like, Andy Ruiz could be a big star, man. Like, with Mexicans, of course, but just in general. And people like the guy. You know what I mean? Like, people genuinely liked Andy Ruiz. Now, he lost a lot of people. You know? I don't think he doesn't want to become a parody, man. Like, don't become a parody, bro. Like, just don't become parody, man. I'm just saying. Like, be Andy the Destroyer. Not the destroyer of buffets. Okay? But the destroyer in the ring. Go in there, bro. Like, if this guy gets in shape, is motivated, he's easily a top 3, top 4 heavyweight in the world. Just saying. I believe so. He's very relatable. Absolutely, he is. He is. When I told people he'd been boxing his whole life, like, they thought I was bullshit. Like, what? Boxing his whole life? What is that about? Because people think boxer, they think dude in shape, and especially you've been doing it your whole life. You know what I mean? Like if you tell somebody, man, that dude's been a nutritionist his whole life, and they look like Andy Ruiz, you're going to look at me and be like, you're full of shit. Right? What do you mean he's been a nutritionist his whole life? No, I swear he's been a nutritionist his whole life. What? Nah. So that's what, when you tell people Andy Ruiz been a boxer his whole life, they look at you like, that dude ain't been a boxer his whole life. You know what I mean? And he's always been the fat kid. He's always been overweight like that or looked overweight. You know what I mean? He's never going to be chiseled and all that. It's not who he is, right? But he could still come in boxing shape, regardless of how he looks, and he could still be a force to reckon with at heavyweight. I still believe that's possible. I do. There's at least one more big night, one more big win, Andy Ruiz at the very least. Like a win nobody sees coming, and then he pulls it off. Because if he comes in prepared, he can do it. You know what I'm saying? So. But be the relatable guy. Let people, see, people should think you're just eating tacos all the time and, not even training. You're just chilling in the sofa. Like your training camp is chilling in the sofa eating potato chips. Let casual people believe that. Let them believe all that bullshit. But you got to be in the gym. Like, don't show me the fucking clips of you training. Don't show that to anybody. Just go train. Right? Do the opposite. Right? What Ruiz has to do is don't show me pictures of old videos of you training where you don't have that walrus chin And then you come out on PBC the next day, you got the walrus chin, bro. I know you. That's not you, bro. Right? Do the opposite. Show me footage of you, with a stack of tacos and going like this and all that, But behind the scene, what you're really doing is working out. Behind the scenes, do that road work. Behind the scenes, do what you got to do. What's up, Mr. Boxing Today? Kawanaki's is no head movement, not as quick-handed, can't roll with punches version Ruiz. I agree. I think he has a better uppercut than Ruiz, but I hear you. He does have a better uppercut than I like Kawanaki's uppercut. Little Jacob D-Style, what's up, bro? What's going on, man? Ruiz can be the boxing what Justin Rhodes was to pro wrestling. He can. But what Ruiz has to do is make people believe he's just a fat kid that doesn't work out, and you know what I mean? But be Andy the Destroyer when the bell rings. Like, don't become a parody of yourself. Right? And that's what he did in the rematch. Dude was eating tacos like in the hotel 2 days before the fight, or like whatever that. What is this? He started believing what people were saying, I think. That's my belief. It's not a fact. I'm saying. I think he started believing what people were saying. I heard people say this. A lot of you guys were saying this. Don't act like you don't know now. Man, it doesn't matter if he's overweight, man. Like, it's not going to matter. Rui's always been fat. Yeah, he's been fat but in shape. Okay? Like, under that belly was like a six-pack, bro. I'm just saying. I'm not talking about a six-pack of Coors, right? I'm not talking about a six-pack of Coronas now. Under all that fat, man, the fat was just extra armor, bro. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, man, you got to understand. If you make people believe you're not taking it serious, and put that on social media. Right? All the modeling bullshit, put that on social media. Behind the scenes, start working, bro. I want the fact that you're working out, I want it to be leaked. I don't want it to come from you. Right? Mr. Boxing Today, I truly believe Ruiz has another great performance in him. The dude has literally been a top 10 type fighter for the last 5 years. Absolutely. And it was supposed to make AJ believe that he can't beat no fat guys. Or don't become a pair of himself, says Stormy B, man. AJ10 says Ruiz should film 2 weeks of eating and release his videos gradually, but in the reality, he's training his ass off. Yes. Okay? Yes. That's what he should be doing. He shouldn't be like showing us footage of him working out, but we know you're actually eating your ass off. Like, don't do that. Damn, how'd he get in shape while going to the buffets? Absolutely. Absolutely. People are supposed to say that, oh, it looks like he doesn't work out or anything. It looks like he doesn't even train. And he beats these boxers. That's what casual people should be saying. It's not what he should be doing. Okay? Like, how's your trainer not able to get a hold of you for you to work out, bro? Okay? We'll get more insight of that, of course, and I'll leave it in the ring interview on Monday, but that they'll do. So I'm going to listen to that interview. So that's tomorrow. Just interview. I think what happened, Andy, was that his fatness was encouraged by all the positive feedback from the fans and media. That's the kind of patting an alcoholic on the back of drinking too much. Man. Okay, little Jacob, Andy's trainer should have put English food in front of him. Trust me, he would have slimmed down in no time. Man, why is that? What type of food do you guys eat in England? Okay, how do we explain how fat Tyson Fury is? What's going on? English food is way less healthy and fatty than Mexican food. Yeah, I believe it. I guess it depends. Make sure you guys check out that interview, right? Again, Leave in the Ring channel. It's on my community page. You guys can check that out. Make sure you check it out. Mr. Boxing says, I think Ruiz believed AJ would charge at him in the rematch and make it easy for him to slug it. He, like most fans, didn't think AJ would stick and move. Ruiz trained for a short night. Slugfest, absolutely. It's crazy, right? These guys got to start being prepared for everything. Be ready for everything, right? Mr. Box, today, if you haven't checked out that interview with Buddy McGirt, my community page, check it out. I want to know people's thoughts on that. You know what I mean? He said, Wilder doesn't need a trainer, he needs a teacher, and he also said he felt like there was something wrong with Wilder. It is in my community page. Check that out. Let me repost the link before I get out of here. All right. Thank you for all the support, by the way, guys. Once again, boom, boom, pow. There's a link. Check it out. It's in the chat. This is D-Style Boxing. And I'm out, guys. Peace. Oh, by the way, this is D-Style Boxing.